Okay, this little box here is my Farfisa Micro Organ. I got this in the mid-90s. I think it was from a garage sale. And it's an interesting little musical instrument. I believe they were made in the 50s or 60s. They're made in Italy by Farfisa. Some, as I was Googling pictures of this, some have a Farfisa logo on there, and some, like mine, don't. This just has a little sticker over here which says Jane's Piano and Organ Company. I've had this sitting in storage a long time. I have never used it in a song because it is a little bit hard to record with. But I was out in the garage the other day and decided, like, I want to use this in a song and just do something creative with it. So I pulled it out, and how this works, it's electronic. It's an electronic acoustic instrument, I guess you would say. The electricity powers a little motor inside of it, but the motor has a mechanism where it has a bar that runs this way into another compartment back here, which has a tube, well, it's made of wood. Underneath here, it's like a kind of a balsa wood inside of here, really light. But that pushes air out into this cavity, and there's all these little tone chambers. I don't know if that would be the proper terminology for it, but what happens is that when you press a key, it lifts open a little hole back here, which allows the air to go through that tone chamber and result in a note. So it's like a electronic pipe organ, or well, no pipes, but like a pump organ or something like that, where you pump them with your feet to create the sound. This would be a similar idea, but it's done with a motor, so it's a little bit more automatic. In addition to that, it has these flaps on the back which can open. There's two of them, and of course opening them will make the sound a little bit brighter and louder. Closing them, of course, darker and a little bit quieter. The noise of the motor and the wind coming out of here is pretty loud, and that makes it a little bit difficult to record or play with because the noise of the engine is almost as loud as the organ itself. There is one control adjustment for this. There's a round, maybe dime-sized metal keyed hole here that you can just barely turn with your hand. Inside, it controls a variable resistor mechanism, has a spring back here which is always going to keep it coming back to the quietest setting, but I disconnected the spring so that it could kind of find a sweet spot in the middle somewhere there. Alright, so let's hear how it sounds. You'll notice that the lower notes are really loud. The higher notes are very soft in comparison. I tried to fix that in the recording with some clever EQing and a little bit of compression. What you're hearing in this take here is, just above here is my AKG 414 condenser mic that's just picking up the sound of my voice and this organ. Let's turn it on. I'll adjust the mechanism for the motor all the way down. It's all the way up. And in the middle is usually somewhere where the sweet spot is. And there you have it. So this was featured in a song, and I hope you enjoy it.